Put your faith.
Welcome to Let's Face It with Joe, where real people share genuine social and relationship concerns. Does it really matter who cooks? As things evolve, people's perceptions and needs change. There's a huge gap between the old and the new generation. With the invention of technology, concepts and ideas, one hardly needs to go through the hassle before getting things done. Welcome to today's episode. I will be talking about a very debatable topic which concerns married couples. Does it really matter who cooks? Gone are the days when women's workshops were domestic science classes in the kitchen. These days, the ever-changing economy has produced women who refuse to sit at home and become housewives, rather CEOs and leaders in their careers. However, there's one factor that continuously reminds us about the role in the home as a woman, and that is culture. The role of a wife cannot be underestimated, and the perception due to culture is that women are required to fulfill the role of doing domestic work and rearing the children. I am not in any shape or form belittling those mothers staying at home for a while to take care of the children. I did it myself and reaped the benefits. But times have changed and things have moved on. The paradigms that can determine the success of any relationship is money, communication, and even the quality of sex life. But surprisingly, do you know that how a woman cooks, that's right, cooks, can make or break a marriage? A recent survey sponsored by Calphalon and conducted by Lightspeed GMI asked about 1,000 US adults aged 18 and above how they thought cooking influenced relationships. It turned out people placed a very high importance on culinary skills. In fact, 87% of those surveyed believed that cooking is one of the top activities couples can do to strengthen their relationship. But when you delve into the survey results, it starts to make sense. That's because people put a very high value on communication too. This survey also revealed almost all Americans, 98% in fact, said that communication is an essential component of a happy marriage. What's more, they believe that cooking together is a great way to foster that communication. Let's bring it back to Africa. Some have the notion that if she doesn't cook, she isn't a good housewife. What about if she's a career woman and barely has the opportunity to come home early to cook? So what's wrong if the husband comes back early and cooks dinner? Before we continue, let's hear what the people have to say. This will be interesting.
Put your faith together.
When it comes to cooking, I believe it should involve the two in the house, both the wife and the husband. If the two of them are the types that goes to work, that has something to do, she can do some other things while I do the cooking once in a while. And while she's doing the cooking, I can also engage in taking care of some other things in the house. So it's a good thing that we should share the kitchen, helping ourselves, and once in a while, just creating fun atmosphere for marriage to be enjoyed by the two. That's my belief.
Because if my wife did not cook before I come back to work, I can cook for her. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all.
It doesn't really matter who to cook or not. I believe when two couples really understand each other, we are meant for each other. So the wife could help and the husband could help to just make out things work fine between the couples.
Put your faith.
Welcome back. We forget so soon after marriage that two people come together to work it out. Most young men these days don't see it as just the woman's responsibility. If both of you can raise the kids, why can't you both do the cooking? Does it matter who cooks as long as we eat? When couples get extremely busy and begin to fight over the duty of cooking, maybe it's time to hire a cook. As couples, it must be understood, as time goes by, so much responsibility rests on both parents' shoulders, especially when the kids come in. So men, get into the kitchen too. Wear your apron and stir fry. That's all we have for today's show. For comments, please visit our social media handles displayed on the screen. Remember, don't hide it. Let's face it together with Joe. See you next time.
Let's face it with Joe. Oh, put your face.
Training sessions are available with Joe on relationship, professional and social etiquette, including elocution and diction. For corporate organization or personal teaching, send a mail to the email address displayed on the screen now. And don't forget to tap subscribe to Let's Face It with Joe on the YouTube page.